Everyone, I'm Nicole of Inflexible Me, and I am here to give you my reading for the solar energies that are coming in for this week's solar eclipse. Now, if you watched my video on the lunar eclipse back at the end of January, then you know that that was closing out the old energies from the last solar eclipse and opening the door for new energies to come in, and that's what this solar eclipse is bringing us this time. Things that you can expect. You can expect a lot of manifestation. There are huge changes coming in, so expect a lot of life changes. But if you are in a really great frequency, if you're someone who's really been doing a lot of work on focusing on raising your vibration, checking in with what frequency you're resonating on at, then you are going to be in for very pleasant surprises over the next 6 months. There's a lot of abundance coming away. Manifestation is going to be a lot easier. The vibrations are very high. Now, this is also tied into our communication with others. So if you're vibrating at a really high vibration, something that's kind of, you know, in acceptance or willingness, love, joy, peace, all those great feelings, service to others, then you're going to start attracting and manifesting more of your frequency family over the next 6 months. And I call your frequency family the people who are vibrating with you at where you're at right now, who are going to continue lifting you up, not the ones that are going to bring you down. So this is something that happens to all of us as we start to raise our vibrations, that sometimes the people around us aren't at that same vibration and we start to clash. The frequencies don't line up. And so there's a lot of struggle. Well, if you are working on your vibration and frequency and you've done all your clearing work through last solar eclipse, then you can expect for many of your frequency family to start showing up. And with the communication, it's going to open up some really beautiful new relationships for you. So this is something to look forward to through the solar eclipse. One of the things too that's coming up is the law of one, and understanding that we're all connected to one another, and that whatever we are doing for ourselves, we're essentially doing for all. So pay attention to what you're putting forth into the world over the next 6 months. Pay attention to what you're receiving. If it's not something that you're happy about, then it's time to go in and see where you're vibrating at. Now, understanding the law of one and service to others is really key this time frame, because it's going to really help you settle into a higher frequency as well. When we move into service for others versus service to self, that's a very high vibration. Now, I just want to make a note here, that doesn't mean that you abandon yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't take care of you. You need to take care of you, number one. Remember, you first learn how to take care of yourself so that you then know how to offer that to the world. And as I always say to my clients and everyone who I talk to about this whole self-love, is that always make sure that your cup is not full, but overflowing, so that you have the reserves to give others. You're never taking away from your own cup. You are just using the reserves to offer to all those in need. So this is going to actually be a very abundant period. And if you're vibing high, if you've been doing a lot of work on your frequency and making sure to tune in consciously where you're at, and if some shifts need to happen or need to tweak a few things, that you're aware of it, you're conscious, and you're able to do that, and you can do it in an instant. You really can. You really can change your frequency in an instant. And so these are things to pay attention for the next 6 months. So be prepared. There are some life changes coming your way, but they should be pretty positive ones if you have done all the clearing work. That means you've created the space for all this abundance to come in. So have a great solar eclipse, everyone. Be mindful this week. The energies are going to be most intense this week, even though they're going to continue over the next 6 months. This is a time where you really want to be present. You really want to be doing some inner work through guidance, connection to higher self, all of that great stuff. I also have a webinar coming up next at the end of this month. It's called portal protection. That's right, we're going to talk about portals and how you can protect yourself and what you need to know when you're working with portals. And so we're going to do a whole webinar on that. I'm working with Jessica Sanchez, so I'm going to leave a link in the description below for more information on that. And as well, if you are someone who's kind of working on your frequency and you're wanting to know how to continue rising up through the consciousness levels, I did just release the recorded version of a webinar a couple months ago. It's now live in my school, so anyone can access it. And so if you're interested in enrolling for that course, you get instant access to it right away, and it's a lifetime access. So you can take as long as you want to go through the course, or you can go back to it as often as you need to. It's yours for a lifetime. So very cool stuff. All right, everyone, all the information I'll leave in the description below for you. Have a wonderful solar eclipse. Shine brightly. This is a beautiful time to be alive. There are many good things coming our way from all the dark and deep work we did through last solar eclipse. Have a great week, and I'll be back soon.